It's time for Dodger Baseball.
What a catch by Mookie Betts. Another home run for Corey Seager. Another strikeout for Kershaw. A robbery of Tatis. Gone. What a snap.
This is what an ace looks like.
And tag out is Riley, a double play.
Dodgers have won it all in 2020.
The drought is over. The Dodgers snapped their three-game losing streak. They beat the Reds today by a score of 8-0. They improved to 16-9 on the year, back into first place in the NL West. The Giants play the Rockies tonight, but now they finished the homestand 2-5 and their three-game skid. Happy times are here again back in Dodgerland. Clayton Kershaw was outstanding today. The marathon continues for Tony Kershaw. Gave the Dodgers a quality 7-inning outing of scoreless ball, and the bats, they came alive late. The biggest Dodger inning of the year from the bat, 6 runs late in the game. We're going to break down all today's action, but first, let me know where you represent Dodgers Nation from. My name is Doug McCain. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMAC_LA. That's at DMAC_LA. But I know you guys are feeling good to get back to our winning ways like we did today. The drought is over, but hey, let's get into this comment section. I know you guys are ready to fire away, but first, I want to know from you guys, who's your player of the game? You going with Tony Kershaw, Clayton Kershaw, Mookie Betts? He was struggling heading into today, and he was able to get 2 hits, so that was big to see Mookie Betts get back into the swing of things. And this Dodger offense in general, hitting 177 in their last 9 games, averaging just over 3 runs per game. Mookie Betts, 6 for his last 34. Today, 2 for 5, and you're seeing Mookie Betts slowly get back into his locked-in ways. But let's get back into that win column like we did, and it feels good. Yesterday, the day before, the loss to the Padres, lots of close losses, 3 extra innings losses for the Dodgers, and despite all the injuries, the Dodgers still right at the top in Major League Baseball, and I'm not worried about the records right now. But let's get right into this comment section. You guys are already on fire. Let me know who you guys have as your player of the game, how you guys feeling, and where you represent Dodgers Nation from. So let's go Dodgers for my friend Ray F over on YouTube. We got Isabel, we got Sad, we got Asia Loner, another win, another good day in SoCal. We got Diane Schroeder finally woke up. Yeah, the bats definitely came alive. 10 hits in the last 2 games combined, 8 hits today. And you're seeing, look, I mean, a lot of guys aren't getting enough credit for starting to heat up. You saw Chris Taylor today, another really solid day for Chris Taylor. Gets his 2nd triple of the year. And Chris Taylor's now 6 for his last 17 with a double, 2 triples, and a home run. And then A.J. Pollock, he's able to go 2 for 3 today as well with the walk. Chris Taylor also got 2 walks, but A.J. Pollock's 7 for his last 18 with a double and a home run. So the bottom of that lineup is starting to do his job. It's just the top of the order that we'll get into. It was nice to see Mookie Betts go 2 for 5. Justin Turner hits his 6th bomb of the year, and that was just enough. It was Clayton Kershaw. He was dealing, I'm telling you, like I said a few weeks ago, if he has his fries and he has his sliders, he is going to be getting it done, and he's going to give you quality every time out. 23 swings and misses for Clayton Kershaw today, 22 via the breaking ball. That tied a career high for Clayton Kershaw, and that was definitely great to see. 7 coming from that curveball and 15 via that slider. So he was working it today. He had the feel for it. But yeah, let me ask you guys a question. Where do you guys consider Clayton Kershaw at this point in his career? Do you consider him a top 10 pitcher in Major League Baseball, a top 20 pitcher in Major League Baseball? His ERA today dropped from 2.56 down to 2.09. That's right in the top 5 of the National League. But here we go into the comment section. We got some fire emojis from Ben right there over on YouTube. We got Daniel Lawrence. Yeah, if you guys want to hook me up with a hashtag Road to Repeat down the comment section, that's the official hashtag, the Road to Repeat. Sometimes it gets rocky. Look, baseball is a long season, smiles and frowns, ups and downs, but we're back in the win column today thanks to a great outing by Kershaw and these Dodger bats starting to get it together. But here we go. We got very nice win, Dodger Blue from Houston, Texas. Rod over there in enemy territory We got Dan South. Finally saw at least a hint of small ball, holding runners at first and stealing bags ourselves. That's a great point, Dan South. You saw early in the game, it felt like it was the same story. You felt like it was going to be the same story with the stolen bases. But the Dodgers were able to advance on some dirt balls by Sonny Gray. They were able to take second, advance throughout the game, and that's unfortunately that's an issue for the Dodgers this year. Is the stolen bases? You saw three stolen bases for the Reds, and in this series, and then you saw another one today. The Dodgers are now just 6 for 35 throwing out base runners this year, and yes, a lot of that is on the pitchers. They need to do a better job holding runners on. But guys are just getting really good jumps out there, and teams are taking advantage. So the Dodgers definitely need to adjust accordingly. And I think it has to do with the pitchers a lot too. Of course, Austin Barnes and Will Smith. That's not their, they're not their strong suit. Will Smith, I think, is getting there as far as making throws to second. But it was nice to see Austin Barnes take care of business at third today too when he threw him out. But here we go, Tony Crenshaw from Ari. Over on YouTube. That's more like it, boys, from Roland Howard. Deborah, another Kershaw shutout. Rod Wells, Bleed Blue 713. Juan over on YouTube, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, be sure to like this show. Be sure to subscribe to the Dodgers Nation YouTube channel. And if you're on Twitter, be sure to retweet the show. If you're on Facebook, be sure to share the show. Or you got Kershaw for sure. Steve Horn, Kershaw. We got, how about some love for the birthday boy, Matt Beatty? We're going to get into that in just a second. We got Roland from the 619, Central California, Kershaw. Bleeding Blue from the 559, Luis Paredes over on YouTube. We got Tony Crenshaw from Daniel Lawrence over on YouTube. Today's MVP, Deborah Young. Tony Crenshaw is the player of the game. I love it. You guys rolling with that's how I know you guys are the real ones. You guys are the real ones because you call him Tony Crenshaw. And that, of course, is his little pseudonym, alter ego, superhero name, because that's what he puts on his coffee cups because his name's like Clay Tony, and everyone calls him Crenshaw. Or some people have mistakenly called him Crenshaw throughout the years. But we got Paolo Cedro, California from Greg Tugger. Back to our winning ways from Blue Magic. Jack over on Jack Drinkwater. Definitely drink some water during the show. Coming from the 760 Desert area code, man. What up, man? Jack over on a good 8th inning from Blue Magic. When are they going to give away a Mookie bobblehead? That's a great question, Tammy. Guess the distance for the Turner home run. I think it was like 414. I think something like that. It was like 414. Yeah, we'll get into the scoring plays right now. But, Clayton Kershaw, Justin Turner getting in the mix with his 6th bomb of the year. I believe it, I have it somewhere on here. It was, 411 feet off the bat. But let's do some more comments, and we'll kind of recap this game and get into some of these topics. But top 10 pitch from Ari over there, top 20 from strikes. This is as far as where do you have Clayton Kershaw right now in his career. To me, what he's able to do, which is grit and tenacity and pinpoint command, and the use of that slider. I mean, everyone talks about Clayton Kershaw's curveball, the Curveshaw, the Cooperstown curve, but that slider has allowed him to get this longevity in his career. Today, his heater topped out at 91.7 miles per hour, was able to get one swing and miss with that four-seam fastball today. But today he did it with a steady dose of sliders, and you also saw more curveballs today. 24% Uncle Charlie's from Clayton Kershaw today. His season average, he's throwing it at about a 16% clip. 32% slider today. 32% four-seamer today. For the year, he's averaging 38.8% and a 43% slider rate today. So really, he really was on his game with his curveball early on. He used it to get big swing and misses, to get big round ball outs, and he was trusting that curveball. And when he has that, it really takes Kershaw from being a quality starter to back into that elite territory. Because look, it's not all about the velo with Clayton Kershaw. It's about command, and it's about if he has the feel for that slider. Like I said, you're going to get quality each and every outing from Clayton Kershaw, a surefire first ballot Hall of Famer. 209 from Tammy. We got top 15. I like it. Carlos over there. Massorni, top 10. Jose Mata, top 10. Bruce, top 10. Kirsch, top 10 from Blue Magic. A top 5 from Stephen Day. We got hashtag Road to Repeat from my man Ari over on YouTube. Road to Repeat from Nathan. Number 1 in my heart. I like that. Carlos, I think you speak for a lot of Dodger fans that DeGrom might be nice, and Bieber, and even our own pitchers like Dustin May and Trevor Bauer, Walker Buehler, Julio Urias. I mean, like I said, it's the murderer's rotation, but Kershaw is still number 1 in a lot of Dodger fans' hearts. He's to me, he's anywhere from a top 10 to 15, 20 pitcher. I mean, based on the day, I mean, I think if he look, I mean, that ERA is creeping down to sub 2 at this point, and I'm really encouraged because for him to pitch this well, considering the fact that he wasn't hitting, he didn't even go above 92 today with his heater. And last year, you saw that uptick in velocity. It went up about 1.3 miles per hour, and that was kind of the big concern. With that crossover into this year, and it's still better than it was in 2019, but you're seeing that when he has that slider and that curveball, the man's damn near unhittable. But he did have some traffic. He did make some mistakes. I mean, walking Gray to extend the inning there. Let's get into the game. So top of the first inning, Clayton Kershaw, he comes out, Senzel singles to left, he steals second. We just talked about that. The base running and the runner stealing on the Dodgers is becoming a problem and something that we need to address. But then the Dodgers get to strike him out, throw him out. Kershaw strikes out Castellanos. Then Barnes guns down Senzel, trying to steal third. So that was big there. Kind of wiped away the stolen base on second by Barnes gunning him down at third. So that was big. Bottom of the first, Mookie Betts, just his second opposite field extra base hit of the year. He gets that double. And that was big for Mookie because some of his misses, to me, we didn't see a lot of these last year where he's missing at pitches way outside of the zone. He's chasing stuff. He's looking at strike three at borderline pitches. I think you want to see Mookie Betts be a little more aggressive with the stick these days. So it's good to see him come out and get a big double to start the game. How you guys feeling about Mookie Betts at the moment? Do you guys think he needs to pick it up? Do you guys think that he's going to catch a hot streak now that he went 2 for 5 today? What are your thoughts on Mookie Betts? Let me know down below in the comment section. Let's hit more of these comments and we'll get back into the game recap here. But we got road to repeat. Kershaw is awesome and his prime is not over. That's from Nathan over there. Yeah, look, some things change, some things just stay the same, right? And with Clayton Kershaw, it's like we've been trying to see when. It's almost like LeBron James. When he's going to fall off the cliff? When is he going to have that drop off, that precipitous decline? And it's not because you think any less of these guys as athletes, but one, Father of Time is undefeated, and also it's the reps, it's the mileage on the arm. And Clayton Kershaw, though, like I said, this guy, he's got something that you just can't teach, the intangible of grit. This guy has it more than any pitcher I've seen in all my time following baseball. This guy, he knows how to dig deep. And he just wants it. The man has a heart of a lion. But yay blue from Maura O'Brien. We got what up D-Mac from Cesar. What up, my man, over there over on YouTube. I couldn't watch the game since I was at work, but glad they finally won. Go blue. Yeah, but I had a lot of people hitting me up. They're saying, hey, Doug, hey, man, you seem a little too optimistic. I'm not going to watch today's game. I was like, hey, look, baseball, that's what it is, man. Like Tommy Lasorda said, even good teams lose 1/3 of their game. So it's just about learning from these losses and what to address and what we can do to move forward. And look, yes, we are battling through some injuries right now. But look, I mean, I think Luke Raley had a pretty nice day today. I mean, he got that single, he got the RBI, he grounded the double play that actually scored the Dodgers' first run of the day. So getting some of these young players reps, I think, is definitely big. And look, you never want to lose, but hey, man, I said before the season, first show, if you guys look back, I said, I think the Dodgers win 104, 105 games this year. I went with 105. I wasn't buying into the 116 game thing, the whole Bill Plaschke article and all that stuff about the Dodgers chasing the Seattle Mariners. I was hoping we would make a run at the Yankees in 98, the 114 wins, because that's really one of the best teams I've ever seen. But look, I mean, too many guys transitioning to the bullpen, too many reclamation projects that you have to see if they can stay healthy for a whole season. So I kind of have my reservations with that. And also, I just didn't want the Dodgers to peak too early. And that's really why I didn't pick them to win 116 games, because then all the pressure's on you. You got that bullseye on your back already as defending champs. So here we go. Yeah, if you guys, what do you guys have right now as your Dodgers wins predictions? I got 105 games. I think they're on pace for 104, 105 at the moment. I want your picks down below. Stay hydrated. Big Blue Dodgers. We got Craig. What's up, Craig, over on Craig Ostertag. He's always represent on the Dodgers Nation YouTube channel. So if you guys want to go over there and subscribe to the channel, we're posting Dodgers content all day, every day, around the clock. The flagship show hosted by the senior editors Brooks Smith and Clint Pasillas. That one's every Monday and Thursday. You got my man, the 3 Up, 3 Down show, a fire show by my man Eric Ulo, and definitely check that out. So go over to our YouTube channel. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, and then go cop some gear over at gearup.la. Gavin Lux is a cause, D-Mac. Yeah, look, Gavin Lux, I think it was 1 for 9 since he's been back. Today, Gavin Lux, let's see, he goes 0 for 4 today. And, Gavin Lux 0 for 4 today. And look, like Dave Roberts said, they put him in the 2-hole today. They wanted to see if they could get him going. He struck out looking on that Sonny Gray 2-seamer was ridiculous today, you have to admit. Just the movement, just running into righties, and, it was just a really good pitch. He struck out looking again later in the game on that same pitch to Sonny Gray. So, look, I mean, he's a guy that, you want to see him get going, and he's going to need some time. I stress patience with Gavin Lux. He's just coming back off that wrist, that sore wrist. We're going to have to give him some time. And, look, they're giving him every opportunity to succeed. They've given him the runway. Did make some nice plays, only a second time starting at shortstop today for this season. So he did look the part defensively, which was a good sign. We got Laguna Hills in the house from on Young Stud over on YouTube. Yes, I like that. Jamie over on YouTube. It feels good to win. Linda, boys of Blue Bats got hot. Finally, Kershaw was on fire. Happy birthday, Matt. Yeah, give Matt Beatty, who's a friend of Dodgers Nation, give him some birthday love down below in the comment section. I think that your boy Jesse Winker, who was 5 for 10, Jesse Winker heading into today. In the first 2 games, Jesse Winker, 5 for 10, 4 RBIs. Today, 0 for 4. So, look, man, don't let Dodger killer Jesse Winker beat you. But I think that he gave Matt Beatty a little birthday present there late in the game. But Kershaw is a young cat from Carlos over on YouTube. Scott, we got Dodger fans since 61, 1 for me too over on YouTube. I like it, man. So you've experienced a lot of World Series in your lifetime. You were pretty young, but I'm pretty sure you were probably watching the 63 and the 65 World Series. And by 81, you were just bleeding Dodger blue. Signed Kershaw for 2 more years. Wilson Zeta. Yeah, what do you guys think about that? I mean, Clayton Kershaw, hey, don't kid yourself. This guy, not only is he the ultimate competitor, he's a guy that could be looking for another deal, could be looking for another contract. And look, you're in a contract here. I don't care how much loyalty you have to a franchise. I've said it here on numerous occasions. He'll never wear another uniform than the Dodgers uniform. But what does the contract look like right now for Clayton Kershaw? I think that is all over the place. I see Zelda suggesting 2 years. How much longer would you sign Clayton Kershaw? Let me know down below in the comment section. But Blue Magic, count on Kersh for Uncle Charlie and a Jumbo Jack. I like that. We got Wilson Zeta. His curveball is going to be like a soap bubble, like Vince Scully called Vincent Padias' curveball. Hey, I like that too. Got to give you some love for that. Top 15 from Greg Osterberg. We got great game from Kevin. We got Gray. We got some Dodgers coming out of slumps. Base hits. Good sign. Go Dodgers. Trinan wasn't half bad today. That's from Deborah Young. Yeah, he was able to strike out the side there in the 8th, and I was just getting a little nervous. Is he going to spoil Clayton Kershaw's quality outing? And the thing about Blake Trinan, he's had 10 appearances this year. Hasn't had an appearance where he hasn't allowed a hit. So with the injuries that this current bullpen, with the bullpen's currently going through, we need him to be great. And sooner or later, those hits are going to become runs. They're going to turn to big innings, and you just can't rely on striking everyone out and getting that soft contact like he's able to. But give him a lot of credit because he did a great job battling out of that top of the 8th inning. So he comes in to pitch the 8th, strikes out Tucker. Strikes out Tucker Barnhart with a cutter for the first out. Then he hits Naquin with the slider. So we've seen that in the past too, where hitting guys can be an issue for Blake Trinan. He gives up the single to Senzel. Senzel had a really big day today. And then with runners on first and second, he strikes out Winker with the slider. That was really one of the biggest sequences of the game because at that point in the game, they were right in the mix. And it's still a 2-0 game right there. And they could have taken the lead with one swing, and this losing streak could have continued. But a big punch out there with the slider to get Winker, and then he strikes out Castellanos with the slider for the third out of the game. So third out of the inning, and gets the Dodgers out. No damage done. Still a scoreless frame for Blake Trinan, but I do want to see him cut down on those hits. And then it was let's talk about the bottom of the fourth or. Yeah, so the Dodgers got on the board first in the bottom of the second. So Chris Taylor, he draws a leadoff walk. He advances to second on a Sonny Gray ball in the dirt. Looked like it could have been a hit and run right there. So I think the Dodgers were kind of mixing it up as far as aggression goes. So that was a pleasant sign to see. And the Dodgers with Then A.J. Pollock, he hits a Sonny Gray fastball to left for a single, giving the Dodgers runners on the corners with no outs. Then Luke Raley grounds into a double play, but CT3 scores and puts the Dodgers on the board and gives LA a 1-0 lead. So you can see the Dodgers are kind of back to their relentless approach. You see them taking walks, getting hits, and that's kind of the recipe for success for this potent Dodgers offense. So that was definitely good to see, but they did have opportunity to score more runs early in the game. Justin Turner, he gets the big home run, and I just can't believe that. I mean, I just can't believe what I'm seeing with Justin Turner. And look, Justin Turner and Clayton Kershaw, these guys have been the two most important Dodgers over the past decade. The Dodgers were desperate for a win. Clayton Kershaw comes in, he plays the stopper, and Justin Turner, he gives you that big bomb there. And yeah, I mean, it was just great to see. Bottom of the third inning, Betts strikes out looking, Luck strikes out swinging, and then Turner down for what on a 1-1 count. He crushes a Sonny Gray two-seam fastball, 411 feet, 106.2 miles per hour off the bat. Did you see the guy jumping over the railing and falling on his butt? I hope he's okay if you're watching that. Hey, I respect the effort, man. I respect your hustle. You got to go for it. YOLO. And then, yeah, his 6th home run of the year, and this is a man that had combined hit 3 home runs in his career in March and April for his whole career. This is a guy who was averaging 1 home run for every 131 at-bats in March and April. So to see him hit for this power, to me, is just absolutely eye-opening, and the Dodgers need it with the way their bats have been struggling of late. So here we go, back to the comments, and we'll get into that big 8th inning right here. Gavin Buxt, 107 for LA Dodgers. I smell 100 wins from Retro. We got 105 games from David over there. 45. Wow, that's Christopher Martinez. Are you serious? That would be a big story. 101 and 61 from Justin over on YouTube. Blue Magic 100 will get us in a good position for the playoffs. 110 wins from one Rhino Dances. Justin Lamas, I finally saw competitive at bats and the fight in the 8th. Yeah, definitely. Great point there. Kershaw is the number 1 pitcher until someone dethrones him. King Kirsch. That's from Nothing a Servant Wouldn't Do over on YouTube. Listo. My name is Edwin. What's up with Edwin Rios? Yeah, I mean, Edwin Rios 0 for 22 slumps. I mean, it's just a couple days ago. It keeps growing and growing. Hasn't had a hit since April 13th against the Rockies, and just unfortunate. I mean, just not getting that bat around. He's getting fooled up there, and that swing is gigantic at times. And like I said, I've been calling him Edwin Frios for the last couple of days because he's just ice cold with the stick. And like I said, I'm a big Edwin Rios truther, and it's just unfortunate to see him struggle the way he is, because my big worry with Edwin Rios was that he wasn't going to get the opportunities, and he's gotten the opportunities. He just hasn't made the most of them. So it's just unfortunate. I think as a guy needs to go down, needs to go to the alternate side, get that swing right, just like you saw with Matt Beatty. He goes down, and he gets that swing right, and he's starting to really put it together at the plate. And it's a very encouraging sign for Dodger fans, because early on this season, look, they have not been able to come through in the pinch hit department, and you saw it today. So Kirsch on fire from Diane Schroeder. We got happy birthday, beady beady bomb bomb from Daniel Lawrence. Yeah, I think my man reminds me of my man AJ Gonzalez. Blue Magic, Gavin will be fine. Sing happy birthday to Matt Beatty on the show, please. Maybe at the end when we get all, you guys can do it all the same time or something. Happy birthday. No. A little later, maybe. Bleeding Blue in Indian Wells from Diane. We got Kershaw's number 1 pitcher until someone dethrones him. The 5-6-2 in the house. Glad they scored lots of runs. And that's a good segue into the bottom of the 8th inning. So Gavin Lux, he flies out for the first out. Justin Turner, he takes the free pass, and he draws a walk. Then Max Muncy, he flied to center for the second out. So 2 outs. Dodgers is up 2-0. At that point, you're like, okay, it's 2-0. Kenley Jansen could be coming back. It could be coming up in the 9th. This could be a long afternoon, and could be more heartbreak for Dodger fans. But no, they put up 6 runs in the frame, and it all started with the Justin Turner walk. But then Chris Taylor, he tripled to right. He gets the Dodgers' first hit since the 4th inning. So Sonny Gray was shoving towards the middle of this game. He got hot in a hurry, 11 punch-outs, and he was just dominating with that curveball, with that two-seamer. And he did have 1 strikeout with the slider, the Justin Turner strikeout there. So he was on his game. Still wasn't able to put in 6 innings, though. So give the Dodgers credit for working that pitch count up and doing just enough to get him out of the game as early as they did. And so Chris Taylor, he gets the triple. And his second triple of the year, that scored Justin Turner, making it 3-0 Dodgers. And at that point, I'm like, okay, I'll take one insurance run based on how everything's been going lately. And then we just start pouring it on. A.J. Pollock, when I say them, I mean the Dodgers, of course. I don't play for the Dodgers, but the Dodgers started pouring it on. A.J. Pollock, he singled to left, scoring CT3. That made it 4-0 L.A., and it was the first runs from the 8th inning on in 10 games. So that was definitely something that you wanted to see. The drought was over as far as the 8th inning on woes from this Dodgers offense. And then they intentionally walk Lou Raley. Austin Barnes, he draws a walk, loading the bases for Matt Beatty, the birthday Beatty boy. And then Matt Beatty, he singles to left on a ball that Jesse Winker dove for. The ball was in his glove, and then it pops out. So they scored a single. He drives in Pollock and Raley. That made it 6-0 LA. Then we're starting to feel really good. I'm talking, let's blow out the big red machine. And then the Dodgers, they tacked on 2 more runs after Mookie Betts singled to center, scoring Barnes and Beatty, making it 8-0 Dodgers. Gavin Lux, he follows that up with a walk. Blandino came in to pitch to turn. He flies out. And then you saw so big inning for the Dodgers. Was exactly what they needed. It was just like they unleashed on the Reds. You saw a lot of pent-up frustration. And the Dodgers were able to really come through. And I was and like I said, having Matt Beatty, this is a guy that he needs to be the guy as the hitman off the bench. Look, you need a pinch hitter. He leaves more to be desired. Doesn't inspire very much confidence on defense, but he'll get there with the reps. We need his hitting ability, and you see he's so much more comfortable at the plate in the last few weeks since he's been brought back up, and he's just going to give you a competitive at-bat at this point. I want to see Matt Beatty in there, and look, when Zach McKinstry comes back, that's going to give us another good bat-to-ball guy from that side of the plate. I think at this point, you got to really roll with that. What to do with Edwin Frios. 108 is the way to go from Sermon King over on YouTube. Can Herbert pitch? Okay. Why don't we just start Noisy over Rios? He's better in every way, and he's a righty. Yeah, I mean, Sheldon Noisy has been hitting bombs. He's been hot. I really have been that's kind of one of the things that's been irking me the most as when I've been seeing the lineup. I want to see more, come on, feel the Noisy, right? I want to see him in the game doing his thing because, look, the Dodgers, they need to establish another righty off the bench, and I think that's going to be big, and he can play the infield. And you saw, look, DJ Peters, he's not going to be that guy. Chris Taylor, of course, is Chris Taylor. But I think that, look, finding another righty like Sheldon Noisy that can be on your bench at times, and when this team gets fully healthy, you just want to have those options. You want to see who are the guys that are going to be able to fill in throughout the season. This is a full 162-game season. You've already seen early on, this team has been bitten by the injury bug again and again. There is some good news regarding Cody Bellinger and Joe Kelly. Dave Roberts said that Joe Kelly there's a chance that he could be pitching on this road trip. Cody Bellinger, it looks like he's going to be on his way back any day now, hopefully. So the reinforcements are there. The bullpen, I think, is going to be a big concern. I think at this point, they're going to make a trade. They're going to make a trade. I don't know if it's sooner or later, but this team is going to need to bolster that bullpen at some point during this season. That's where they lack depth. Hopefully Tony Gonsolin can back. Hopefully Joe Kelly, like as much as we love Joe Kelly, and by the way, go cop this shirt. It's one of our best sellers, the Nice Swing B shirt. Go cop that. Look, he's been largely inconsistent in his Dodger career, but Nicholas, Doug, I didn't mean to show up late. No worries, Nicholas Ramos over on YouTube. As long as you represent, you can also catch the show on YouTube after we go live, and you can also listen to it on the podcast, the Dodgers Dugout Podcast, spelled like my name. So D-Mac deserves to call Dodger games next to Oral Hershiser. Everything is possible. Wilson Zelda, that little three-man booth team. I think I'd probably annoy them a little bit. And they, man, nothing can top Joral. I was telling my friend yesterday that, look, man, the Dodgers, say what you want about the Dodgers, but Joe Davis and Oral Hershiser are absolutely elite, man. I'm telling you, Oral Hershiser has forgotten more about baseball than I probably will ever know, and I feel like I know a good amount. But that guy is an absolute, savant. And then Joe Davis is fantastic as well. So I love that broadcast team. DJ Peters needs to work on his swing. Yeah, I mean, I think it's symptomatic of, look, having no minor league system last year. He's another guy that was hurt from it. And look, I mean, come on, man. We all know what his issue is. Look, if you can't hit a fastball on the show, and you just can't catch up to that high heat, you're probably, that's kind of one of the sad things about the big leagues, man. It just it comes to a point where there's these certain guys. Look, of course, we have so many established all-stars, MVPs on this team, but towards the bottom there's some guys you wonder, are these guys cut out for this gig as far as being a legitimate everyday big leaguer or even a bench player in the bigs? And some days you feel good about it, some days you don't. But, it's always tough when you see a guy like DJ Peters. It was set up to be a storybook ending the other day, having him come up there, a Glendora kid with a chance to end the game, bases loaded against the Padres, and he strikes out, and he swings at ball 4. So, yeah, I wish him well. I think that, look, the more reps, the better for him. I think that athletically, defensively, he's shown a lot too, which is good. But why not sign Shane Green for the bullpen from Sermon King? Let's bring back Takashi's. I like that, man. Hey, man, I'm all for everyone, man. Hey, man, bring back Hanshi Kuo. Bring back the whole gang. Yes, D-Mac, we got Peter. Peters hasn't had a lot of opportunities, but what I saw from the Padres game, he went 0-for-2 in clutch situations. Is Osuna's still a free agent? Let's get him. I don't think he would jive. And then also, Osuna's no good. We got Osuna makes too much. Here we go. Lost the comments real quick. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, here we go. And there we go. I needed this win. I was starting to get really grumpy. That's from Deborah Young. Yeah, look, when you see when the vibe is low in Dodgers Nation, it's when we're not having success. But look, let's not lose sight of the fact that Dodgers still, you look at how this is a team that lost 11 straight in 2017, and last season the record very similar. I think it was identical the other day. My friend Gail Johnson from Dodgers Nation, go look at her tweet from 2017 or 2020 to 2021. So you don't really get too caught up in the early season records, because once the cream rises in Major League Baseball. Look, as long as this team is able to stay healthy, I think that even with the bullpen they have now, they're going to win over 95 plus games. But I do think that there's going to be a lot for the bullpen to prove. So we got Dodgers should have gone on a losing streak so Deborah could go through all the what. Still on the top of the brown and blue division. That's from Tom. Yeah, I have a question for you guys. Do you guys take the Padres more seriously now after we've seen 7 games? The Dodgers lost 4 out of 7 against the Padres, and you saw the lack of success they've had against their starters. And I just want to know from you guys, what is your feeling right now about the Padres? Do you guys feel like they're more of a contender now after we played them for 7 games? Do you think they are what they are and that they'll end up winning the wild card? What's your take on the Padres? Javier says the Pods are legit. We got this fan base was in shambles for the past week, and we're still one of the best in the league. We're so spoiled, Roach. Yeah, look, Roach, you kind of really hit it on the nail right there. We're so jaded as Dodger fans. Anytime you win 8 straight division titles, you make it to the Fall Classic 3 out of the last 4 years, and it just feels like the sky is falling anytime we hit a rough patch. But look, the expectations are so high for this team. Not only you had Mookie Betts last year, the team automatically goes on to win the World Series in his first year, and then the offseason, you bring back Justin Turner, and you make the signing of the offseason, sign the reigning Cy Young Award winner in Trevor Bauer. So, look, I think a lot of people just want to stay. I think a lot of people, they have that winning feeling, and you guys know how it felt when Urias got that final strikeout and how exhilarating it was, and we don't want to get off the throne. We want to stay on top of this mountain as the kings of baseball for an extended period of time. And for me, I want to get to double-digit World Series wins. I want to make up for some of these losses, like some of these losses from years past. For years that I was really confident that we were going to win the World Series. So we kind of want to make up for that stuff. And look, it's about continuing to strive for greatness. That's what this franchise does. But yeah, look, losing is a part of baseball. Losing really is a part of sports in general. You really can't learn. Look, you can't really learn how to win big until you learn how to lose. And I think that is an important thing when it comes to this. Look at this team. Look at all the grit that this team showed coming back down 3 games to 1 with a lot of the same cast of characters that lost Game 7 at home to the Astros, to the Trastros, the Asterisks, right? So they have that. They've developed that winning mettle throughout the years, and this team can take a punch. Don't kid yourself. This team can take a punch. The Padres are getting so ahead of themselves. I mean, just look at the way that Tingler is managing these games like it's a World Series game. Look, like, say we want about Dave Roberts. He doesn't want to go for broke. He wants to leave some tread on the tires for October, and the Dodgers understand that more than any franchise because we've had to pace ourselves for that postseason run for more years than anyone right now in the big league. So we understand it's the ultimate cliche. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Well, the Dodgers understand that better than any organization. So Padres got a nice bullpen, something we lack. That's a great point, Boosters, the name. And we got Roach, 2013 comes to mind. I always wonder what happened if 2013 is really one of the is the ultimate for me. Is the ultimate for me. I think that that team was going to be the team to do it. And I mean, I just look. They would have taken care of business that year, no question about it. Here we go. We got Amen. It's the beginning of the season. Let's see. Yeah, last year was a half marathon. Yeah, definitely. Well, actually, it was less than a half marathon. I mean, I think it was like 30% season. But the Fool still hitting up the Padres. Here we go. We got exactly pace ourselves. Padres coach is coaching like it's the postseason. Dodgers are the world champs. Can't blame them. 2019, what if Kenta Maeda stayed in the game in Game 5 or Seager walked it off in Game 2? Yeah, that's a tough one. Pretty much. And even if you put in Kolarek there to face Soto, would have been a big game changer in that one as well. But yeah, I mean that would have been the dream there as well. I think the Dodgers in 2019, that was another team to do it. But yeah, it's just unfortunate. And look, I mean, it does make the win sweeter for sure once you experience so much pain. But the injuries have always hurt Dodgers in the postseason. Hopefully we can stay healthy. Justin, a good San Francisco and San Diego will bring out the best in us. In years past, Boston and New York were essentially 10-9, 11-8 against each other and still won 95 and 105 games. That's a great point right there. You want the competition. Perfect. Competition brings the best out of people, and having a team to push the Dodgers, it's going to help them avoid getting complacent. They're not going to build a massive cushion because that's really what was the issue in 2017. They really did build a big cushion, and then it got stale for a minute there. And you saw they picked it up at the end. They really got on a run. So, look, baseball, especially with this team, I don't really worry about that with this team because there's so many high-character guys from Mookie Betts to Clayton Kershaw to Justin Turner. Really, the list goes on and on. I don't really worry about that with this team as much, but it's always nice to have a team that you know is capable and has the talent to beat you. That's kind of the difference with this Padres team. Despite what their record is at the moment, they lost again last night. They lost again last night to the Diamondbacks, but the Dodgers are very well aware with how talented a group that Padres team is. If you look at I think it's like 31-30 is the cumulative score of all the games they played. So an evenly matched group. There's two evenly matched clubs, but the Dodgers, they have that extra something that championship gene that look, I just don't think guys like Manny Machado really have. I mean, Fernando Tatis Jr. is an absolute superstar. There's no debating that, and I think he's great for the game. I go out of my way to watch him whenever I can. But like, I trust the guys that are in this Dodgers lineup. Hopefully, Cody Bellinger. How big of an impact do you guys think Cody Bellinger? Yeah, sorry, Tom. I don't know why. Somehow we veered off the. I gotta keep this train on the train tracks. I don't know. If you've been watching this show for a while, we kind of always find a way to at least bring up all the pain from 2017. See you in October, baby. See you in October, baby blue. It's only April. End of the world scenarios. Yeah. What was the score from Tina Guzman? It was 8-0 Dodgers. They get the shutout again. And I'd rather be going through the rough patch in April than in September. That's from Roach. Absolutely. Look, if you're going to face adversity, you got to do it. Look, I mean, this won't. And the thing is, this won't be the first losing streak that the Dodgers go on. And I think they realize. You want to kind of identify your flaws early on in a year. You don't want to have surprises late in the year. And Andrew Friedman in this front office, they are very well aware at this point the lack of depth in this Dodger bullpen. And it's not just because of the way it was originally constructed. It was because, look, it was banking on a lot of different factors. One, can guys like David Price, Corey Knebel stay healthy? Well, we're not even through 1 month of the season. Corey Knebel out for 2 months. David Price out with the hamstring. Tony Gonsolin, to me, was the big surprise. I wasn't expecting Tony Gonsolin, the great Catsby, the gunslinger himself, to go have this long a stint on the IL. You worry about that with the shoulder inflammation and injuries like that. So that was a concern. And then you have guys that are transitioning to new roles. Gonsolin, Price, Jimmy Nelson, Jimmy Nelson has had some nice punch-out ability, but Jimmy Nelson's a guy that still really has to prove that he's the right guy for the role too. Because Jimmy Nelson, as we saw Sunday, he gave those 2 runs. He blew the save, gave 4 hits to that Padres club, and allowed them to make that crazy epic comeback. Whatever. And then he gives up the hit yesterday. Had 2 punch outs. So he looked. It was yesterday where he had the 2 punch outs. So he looked good yesterday. And so far, Jimmy Nelson, a 4.35 ERA in 10 1/3 innings pitched. Don't put too much weight in ERA as far as like someone coming out of the pen, but 15 strikeouts to 8 walks. So you wanted to limit those walks, and he's already given up 9 hits. But Jimmy Nelson's a guy that has to grow into that role. Hopefully we can see it. Pods are good, but I will always hate the Giants more. Tom Theobald. From you definitely you're gonna finish him with that one. You gotta finish him. You guys see Mortal Kombat? No. I mean, there's absolutely. I mean, FTG all day, every day, right? But it is more fierce right now. But with I think that could change pretty quickly. I mean, if the Giants can continue to maintain their record, those Giants games could be just as intense as these Dodgers Padres games. I'm telling you, they have a lot of guys that are playing well up there. Giving up the stolen bases is a concern. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier, and it is definitely a concern. Dodger catchers have only thrown out 6 of 35 base runners this season. Something needs to change there, and really has to do with not only the catchers but the pitchers, holding on guys, and you got guys out there like Kenley, Blake Tryon, a lot of these relievers out there. They're almost ignoring runners on base right now. I mean, go over and just give them a look, even if you're not going to make a move, but that's definitely something that needs to be addressed. And you can see that's a scouting thing. I mean, the word is out right now that you can steal bases on the Los Angeles Dodgers, so they're definitely going to have to address that, and you just kind of have to weigh what's more important. When you got a guy like Austin Barnes in the game, yeah, maybe you're going to steal second, but it's also going to help you get 7 shutout innings from Clayton Kershaw. So you kind of have to do a little cost-benefit analysis about what's better for the team as a whole. And look, I mean, you got base runners on. That's the premium, right? You get base runners on. That is how you score runs in this league, right? It's not science, but yeah, the Dodgers definitely need to address that issue. And just like I said, it goes twofold with the pitchers and the catchers. The catchers are the one that are going to take the blame for it and get the blame for it. But look, man, stolen bases on pitchers is a big-time thing. Bring back Dodgers Bros. I'd be down with that too. And you're going, Roach, you got the what's the most like off the wall, like eccentric, like unique autograph you have? Like the most, what's your most like random Dodger autograph baseball you've got? Let me know down below in the comments section. Here we go. On the comments here. But yeah, back into the comment section, guys. Yes, Tom. I don't get why Dave doesn't want to send Edwin Rios down. It's been proven it can help these guys on our bench with Beatty. He looks way better. Yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier. I mean, he's a guy who benefited from going to that alternate site and getting some swings and finding a way to really just get back on track. And I think that, it's early on this season. Guys are still trying to find a rhythm, trying to find a way to trying to figure it out at the plate. And look, there's nothing harder to do than hit big league pitching. Here we go. I have an Alex Cora 17 AB game ball. That's pretty cool. I only have one, Tina Guzman, Steve Garvey, Keber Ruiz. Yeah, he's actually mentioned today, Justin, that Keber Ruiz would possibly end up on the taxi squad. So it's kind of based on how guys are doing with the vaccinations and if there's any other guys on the IL. But he said he wants to see him. So Brandon League from Roach. Hey, man, he was supposed to be the guy. I only have one, Bellinger, and it's a picture. The stolen base issue falls right into Mark Pryor's lap. That's a good point from Tyler Randall over on YouTube. I like that. Yeah, that's a good one. Here we go. We got what's everyone grubbing for dinner tonight for takeout? Okay. I have an Alex. I have Keber Ruiz. I brought Brandon League autograph baseball as a joke. LMAO. Hey man, they're all there. Look, man, it's still cool to get an autograph. I don't care who it's from, man. I don't care who it's from. I got like a Mike Metcalf autograph somewhere back in the day, if you remember who that is. Squad for Rios maybe. Giants playing against the Dodgers in the NLDS would be a crazy series, Marco Castro. It definitely would. But, look, I'm hoping that, you guys know I call them the check engine light Padres because they're a team that, it kind of rushes players back. Sometimes there's players think they need surgeries. They'll play through it. I hope they can stay healthy. And if they stay healthy and these two teams face off in the NLDS, it would be great for baseball. I hope that's the case. I hope the Dodgers play the Padres in the postseason. That would get wild. Top 3 hated teams from Deborah Young. Yeah, if you guys want to give me your top 3 hated teams, we could do that. We're at 47 minutes. Pretty much wrapped up all the recap today. Dodgers get the win. Back in the win column. Back to our winning ways. And it was nice to see. Clayton Kershaw was fantastic. And Clayton Kershaw was fantastic. The Dodgers broke through. By the way, what's your take on the whole Dodger dog thing? Farmer John is no longer. By the way, do you guys think that Dodger dogs are overrated, underrated, properly rated? Do you love Dodger dogs? Let me know down below in the comments. I've gotten so many mixed reports from Dodger dogs. People that say they love them, people that say that they're not that good. They should go with Nathan's or Costco hot dogs. I've heard crazy stuff. I got a friend named Joe who calls them Chavez Raviners. He's been calling them that for years and stuff like that. But let me know down below in the comment section. How you guys feeling about how about the Dodger dogs? Ari, I love Dodger dogs. Tina Guzman, Giants, Astros, Padres. That's a strong choice. You get one of these for that one. Super Dodger dogs.
You win.
There you go. I have a love-hate relationship with the Red Sox. Hate that they've won so many championships, but they've gave the Dodgers Mookie, so I'm cool now. LOL. Dodger dogs are amazing from the Sponge 71. The Roach. The Roach is like a big. I always look forward to your cereal takes and all your food takes, so I'm looking forward to this one. A big food. You're like pretty much an unofficial food critic at this point. They're not the best, but something about a Dodger dog at a Dodger games is just chef's kiss. You're right. I mean, yeah, you combine the game with the dog, it's a different experience. Like I wouldn't probably crush 6 Dodger dogs at my own house, but something about being at the game at the Ravine, it just hits the spot every single time, especially when it's Dodger dog night. Then you can really get crazy with them. Love Dodger dogs from Letitia Sanchez over on Facebook. Giants, Astros, D-backs, those are your 3 most hated teams. I like it, man. This is like the player haters ball on the Chappelle Show. Just everyone pick their 3 teams they hate the most. I think for me, I'm going with man, you guys might be surprised with this one, but I'm going to go, well, obviously the Giants, obviously the Houston Astros. I mean, anyone who says anything other than those for their top 2, I don't know. But my third team would be the St. Louis Cardinals. I've always had a thing with the Cardinals because they're the team that has the most World Series titles in the NL. I feel like 2013 with Hanley, I'm not going to drop the names of some of the guys who've done, have had heroic moments against the Dodgers, but yeah, some of those big moments really were painful. And I don't know. To me, it's the Cardinals. I root against them because I want the Dodgers to catch them as far as World Series go, as far as World Series titles go. Because look, I mean, the Yankees. That's going to be hopefully in our lifetime we can catch up to the pinstripes to 27. But here we go. I'm interested to hear what you guys have to say. Roach, I tried Dr. Pepper cream soda today. Not bad. 7 out of 10. Was it fire? You win for that one.
You win. Perfect.
Hate all of them too. I agree. Roach and Doug had one at AM/PM, AM/PM, and it's not the same. Yeah, it's a different vibe. Like on the ones I remember, like back in the day, gave the ones from like Smart Final. You're like cooking them at your house. You're like, something just doesn't feel right now. And I'm telling you, if you consume an adult beverage with one, it makes them taste that much better. Sometimes I'll dip it in there like Kobayashi does. You know what I mean? Just so I can crush it faster. I'm telling you, that's my secret with the Dodger Dogs. Dip it in the beer. Jack Clark. No, I'm just playing. I don't do that. I would say Cardinals, but I respect their ball club. It's like I respect their history, and I'm with you on that. But I'm openly Phillies are in the mix too. I'm not a big fan of the Phillies. Top 3 hated teams: Astros, Giants, and Brewers. That's from Tom. Brewers, I like that. Yeah. Screw the Brew Crew. Forget that. We're playing them. We get into that. 4-game set at Milwaukee, and they're gonna be crying when they see Justin Turner, right? When they see Justin Turner, they're gonna wish they had offered him more money. They're gonna wish they didn't offer him, for Trevor Bauer money for how well he's playing. A 4-game set starting on Thursday. You got Bauer versus Lauer, then you got May, Urias, then Buehler. So that'll be the Dodgers. That'll be a good series on the road. And I like road series. I like road trips. It really galvanizes the group, and team stays focused on the road. I think that they'll want to, they're going to feed off the crowd. They're the reigning champions. They'll be the hottest ticket in town. So I'm excited to see that. And then at Chicago, hopefully, we'll see what the status of Jock Peterson. He's been out, but they're at Chicago. You'll have Kershaw, Bauer, and May in that series. And then, do we consider at Los Angeles Angels, of Anaheim, of California, of United States, of Western Hemisphere of Earth, of Galaxy, of a road game? I don't know. But yeah, guys, what is going? So 53-minute mark, guys. We're going to be hopping out of here pretty soon. It's been good times today. I appreciate you guys rocking with us on an afternoon game. I know you guys probably commuting from work, or I don't know where you guys are doing, but thanks for rocking with us here. I appreciate it as always. You guys are always coming with the. Why'd you have to say it, Tina? I didn't want to say his name with the Matt Stairs boohoo, but it's all good. Most random autograph. Hey, I like this one from Michael. The most random autograph that I got is Rick Mondays on a ticket stub that I got when I ran into him at the Chevron on Alameda across from the Union Station after a game. Hey, man. Sometimes it's like in the movie Step Brothers when he gets the Randy Jackson's autograph on the sword, and he's like, "You're not gonna knock it, Randy Jackson's autograph, right? You got to get an autograph, and sometimes you only have a stub, and you got to do it." So I don't fault you on that. The question is, do you still have it? We should trade for Acuna while his stock is low. Doubt that's gonna happen. Top 3 disliked teams is from Tom over on Facebook. Are the I want to miss you. I like that. Tom, you get a Let's Go Dodgers for that. Giants, and Giants. Justin, Milwaukee, Chicago, and Anaheim are my top 3 most hated teams because that's who we play next. I like that mentality too. I paid $500 for my tickets. Hey, man, you got to drop a bag when you go see this team. Most hated player all time, I got Jack Clark and Mad Bum tied for first. By the way, do you guys consider Mad Bum's no-hitter legitimate? That 7-inning no-hitter. To me, I consider that team no-hitter with Buehler, Cingrani, and Liberatore better than that. And look, don't forget the Dodgers, 26 no-nos in their team's history. That's more than the rest of the NL West combined. But how do you guys feel about that? And then we'll head out of here. Tom Randall, D-Mac, thanks for coming through again. Great work. Thanks, my man. Thanks for rocking with us. As always, Dodger Stadium 1, Wrigley 2, Fenway from Ari, Rodwell's Giants, Astros, Cardinals. Hey, we're on the same page, Rodwell's. I like it. I think Doc said we might get a bullpen game in the Brewers series. Yeah, I saw my friend and the great Tim Rogers. Go follow him at SD Dodger. He was talking about that too, bullpen game Friday. And, yeah, hopefully we'll see. Man, we got to take one game at a time. See who's in the lineup, who's out of the lineup. And, look, the good thing was Vigon was back today. That was definitely something you wanted to see. We didn't have to use Kenley today, which is good. The more rest for Kenley, the better. You know that at this point. Anybody notice some of the 2017 Astros were on the 2013 Cardinals when they seemed to know Kershaw's pitches? Wow, we can spend a whole segment on that one. I like that one, though. That's from Danny over on Facebook. Oh, God, stairs was Broxton. I can't. Yes, I consider it a no-no. That's from Ari. Okay. I saw that they're gonna recognize it as a notable achievement. I saw that yesterday. So Deborah Young says not a no-hitter. By the way, I wonder if these opinions would be different if we were talking about Mad Bum or just like another random pitcher or even if it was a Dodger. If this is a Dodger, I'm like, hey man, definitely a no-hitter. But no. Long story short, a raccoon on Twitter convinced me it's legit. Sermon King, most hated players, Barry Bonds, and both Fernando Tatis players. All of them are smug and obnoxious. Man, you going hard.
Finish him.
They would be Kenley Resurrection is my favorite story of 2021. William, my favorite player, Ted Williams, most hated player, Barry Bonds. I like it. Great team. Stream once again. Douglas, I'm out. Hey, later, Koze. Yeah, man. Thanks for rocking with us, guys. We got back on the winning side today. The Dodgers snapped their 3-game winning streak. They snapped their 3-game losing streak. They beat the Reds by a score of 8-0. They improved to 16-9. They finished the homestand 2-5. They're on the road against the Brewers and the Cubs and the Angels. So lots of Dodger baseball coming up, and you guys know where to get all your Dodgers news over at DodgersNation.com. Head over to the YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. Tomorrow's Thursday, so be sure to watch the flagship show with Mr. Clint Pasillas and Brooke Smith, the 2 senior editors here at Dodgers Nation. But yeah, guys, bottom of the 9th, 2 outs. If you got any more crazy fire hot takes, you can throw them in here. I'll get to them, and then we are going to be heading out. And you guys, hey, look, you can enjoy a night. You can enjoy your night doing whatever it is you do. I mean, how are you guys going to spend your night now that you don't have Dodger baseball? Because I know that I'm pretty sure that all your schedules are all based around Dodgers games. But most hated is Correa. We got great Dodgers win. Peace out. See you tomorrow. Yeah, later, guys. This is a SVS Stan account. Roberto Clemente will always be my favorite player. That's a great choice. That guy was absolute legend on and off the field. But yeah, guys, thanks again. Appreciate you guys rocking with us. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMAC_LA. That's at DMAC_LA. Remember, nothing brings us together quite like Dodgers baseball. Think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out.
It's time for Dodger baseball.
What a catch by Mookie Betts. Another home run for Corey Seager. Another strikeout for Kershaw. A robbery of Tatis. Gone. Will Smith.
This is what an ace looks like.
And tagged out is Riley, a double play.
Dodgers.